So do you think you win the competition or somebody else?
Wow, I really don't know. Do I need to force out an answer?
就好像每一个人走进去这个房间哈都认识，然后就觉得有点恐怖，right？ 哇，你是在这边当老师还是当选手的？ like 怎么每一个人都认识
I think his personality, he has a way of carrying himself that makes him very likable. Like he can tell jokes, he's quite charismatic when he speaks, and he's a really good storyteller from what I can tell.
He's someone that we can really connect to quite easily. But I mean, all the others are really nice mentors as well.
你也许会离开音乐一阵子，但是其实音乐不会离开你的，因为音乐就是你的灵魂嘛。
This is the beginning of the SingVoice journey. So in this program, we created a team for each of you. The team will include yourself as a singer-songwriter. We will pair you up with a music arranger and vocal producer. So I think all of you are very exceptional in your own way, and all of you have diverse talents. We hope that this will be a showcase, of the new generation of Singapore music, and let's see how far we can bring this. Where can we bring it to? What's next? Is it going to be you?
我们的陈文华老师，陈文华老师最近的作品当然是刻在我心里的名字卢广仲一首歌曲。
我觉得大致上他们的歌的 structure 是有啦。我觉得从一个听歌的人的角度，可能有些地方它的那个层次不够明显，没有这个 structure， 我觉得听那首歌的人很难去记得那个歌曲的旋律。我觉得10个歌曲当中，有些真的是给我一个比较 surprise 的那种的 element 在里面。有一位同学，我觉得他的声音是有吸引到我。我第一次听他的 demo 的时候，我还以为是陈奕迅。
我们现在欢迎一下我们2位嘉宾 Jasmine Sokko
楚晴，
还有 Nathan Hartono
向阳。
I've briefly met the contestants a little bit and I've been able to take a little peek into what they're up to, and personally I'm just very excited for them. I think it's a very diverse group of people and they're all at different points of their journey of being an artist. It's one of those things where like some people figure out who they want to be from a very young age. Some people don't quite figure that out till they're much older. I'm excited to see what comes out of them, as musicians. I used to think that like if you're a good singer, that means you're a good artist. Nope. It's very much about how much of an understanding you have of what you have to offer. When it comes to being a recording artist, it's very much about capturing a moment in an environment that is not the most conducive maybe, Because when you're performing live, you have the environment, you have the atmosphere, you have the adrenaline, and all of those things come together where it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to capture that moment. It's very much like you're in the moment. But when it comes to recording, how do you create that out of nothing? I think that's the thing that every individual will have their own journey trying to figure out.
当我开始的时候，我一直觉得我在寻找自己，然后我就很没有耐性的一直在想，我几时能够找到属于我的声音。但我到现在这一点，反而我觉得我越寻找自己越迷茫。但它其实不是一个不好的东西，因为你去寻找，你还有空间进步自己。就因为这样，其实这个过程它不是一个终点，它是一个一直改变的，你一直都要更新自己的过程。当你开始做音乐的时候，你发现你需要很多资源，你现在用的资源可能是你自己已经存起来一阵子的资源了。今天走到这里，我其实还有一样的问题，我回想起这5年，所以我觉得当你做一件事情，当你有限制的时候，你在有框架的情况下，你反而能够做出来更特别的东西。就以这个方法去对待你现在的限制，其实是挺好的。
Music is my best friend and music is my worst enemy. It's something that has brought me a lot of joy and it's also something that has brought me a lot of insecurity. But I think that's the beauty of it, because it's not just a job. It's not just something that I do for money. It's very much my life extended out into a very public forum. I've come to be very grateful that my work is something so personal and so tied to my state of mind.
Most valuable lesson I've learned is how important it is to work on our artistry. You know, being on SingVoice has made me think a lot deeper about how I can find something special out of myself and my work. I've always been struggling to find my unique selling point. I want to learn as much as I can, and no matter what these things are, I think they're all beneficial to me and to my growth as an artist. So I'm just open to like learning and taking whatever I can.
我想参加新创之声的主要原因，就是因为我想要把自己放在一个会逼迫自己去做出这样东西的一个环境里面，然后可以把自己的第一首歌发表出来、做出来，而且做得很好。Yes 。我觉得，因为老师有讲说，就每一个人的那个歌曲的风格都是不一样，自己的嗓音也是不一样。As much as 我觉得自己可能有一个比较独特的嗓音，我觉得其他的选手也会有他们自己的独特之处。我也不是很清楚谁会是我最强的那个竞争对手，因为我也是没有听过他们的歌。但是我很确切的相信他们会在自己的领域做到最好，做到极致。然后等他们做到极致的时候，而且我做到极致的时候，我们会是彼此最大的竞争对手。
Any opportunity I can get, I'm grabbing it lah. I'm a bit lost when I'm here because it's really like a new industry or a new world that I'm stepping into. And what really hit me yesterday after I went home and thought about it, right? It's not like opposite, but it's quite opposite from acting. As an actor, right, I spent so many years trying to get rid of myself because to be a good actor, you have to be a neutral vessel for the characters to come through. So I spent so much training and working to get rid of myself so that I can portray other people. To be a good singer or songwriter, or to be a good artist, public persona, you need to show your personality, right? And if I can find that, that would be my greatest takeaway already, because it's so fresh for me to just be myself in front of the camera instead of somebody else. In this process, I foresee myself getting a lot out of it lah.
最宝贵的知识应该是向阳跟那个 Jasmine Sokko 跟我们分享他们的经历，因为我们还没有经历到他们所经历过的东西，所以他们可以跟我们分享，可以预知我们未来有可能会发生的事情，所以我觉得那个对我们很有帮助了。创作过程跟以前打球有一点像，因为都是自己一个人嘛。不管因为运动员也是好像是个人的东西啊，所以你都是在自己跟自己的摸索当中跟斗争，所以我觉得创作也是一样，创作类似跟好像一个运动员自己训练的过程是相似的。创作是一种举一反三、恶性循环的过程，就是你吸收了一个东西，你要怎样去把它消化，然后把它弄成不同的可能性。
I've really enjoyed like listening to Hubert and Derrick. Hubert, right, he's like a social media master. You know, social media is how we reach out to our audiences, and this interaction between us and our listeners is like everything. For Derrick 老师, I feel like he really has a heart for the Singapore music scene. I really can see that, and that really inspires me, that he's putting himself out there so that the future generation, us, can learn from him, and so that the Singapore music scene can grow and improve and evolve.
Derrick, like he has always been coming over to talk to us while we're eating lunch and stuff. So I think he's someone that we can really connect to quite easily. But I mean, all the others are really nice mentors as well.
Josh 老师，因为我觉得他会制作，我觉得对于创作歌手来说，如果是我的话，我觉得自己可以包办制作这方面，编曲跟录什么东西，如果可以自己一个人做得好，我觉得是一个很棒的事啊。所以我觉得我希望可以跟 Josh 老师多学习。
If I think about it, if I really win and I get the record deal, right, I will be like mind blown and I don't know what to do. I'll be a bit confused for a while because I'll be like, okay, you were an actor, now you have to be a singer, songwriter. Like, how am I gonna make that shift? But I don't know, what comes will come lah. So I will just go along. I'll go along with it and try my best at everything lah.
I feel very grateful to be here. Like, honestly, I wasn't very confident of getting into the top 10. But now that I'm here, I'm gonna make the most out of the opportunity. So obviously, I'm gonna try to win, but that's not really my main point. Like, you win or not, you're still able to like gain so much from this whole experience.
So do you think you win the competition or somebody else?
Wow, I really don't know. Do I need to force out an answer? If I judge them based on like their personality, I think Wilson stands a good chance of winning. I've heard him sing before, even before this competition, and he sounds great. His voice is like really good. I think his personality, he has a way of carrying himself that makes him very likable. Like he can tell jokes, he's quite charismatic when he speaks, and he's a really good storyteller from what I can tell. So I would say Wilson.
如果一定要选的话，可能就是 Wilson。我没有听过他的歌，但是我有问一下他唱什么歌，他是说他唱一个很抒情的苦情歌， you know。我觉得他比较知道自己想要什么吧，因为他也是做就是华文流行音乐做了这么久，然后认识这么多的制作人，就好像每一个人走进去这个房间，好像都认识 ，you know。然后就觉得有点恐怖 ，right？ 哇，你是在这边当老师还是当选手的 ，like 怎么每一个人都认识？然后我就觉得哦 ，like。他就稳赢了啊，这样子，不是说有什么套路还是什么，就我觉得他就是已经是一个 like 都是已经认识全部的导师，他都可以做导师级别了，他干嘛来当选手啊
By their personality, just by talking to them, I would think Jamie. I really like her because if I like her means the audience would like her, right? We've only met like since yesterday and today, and I talk mostly to her, and I find that we get along very well, and she's very cool, and she does hip hop. I think the audience will also see that.
Maybe Jason. Both of us come from English music, and we're trying to convert to more Mandarin, so maybe there'll be a bit more overlap. Yet again, we're different genders, so maybe we won't be competing as much.
我看应该是Wilson吧，他刚好应该也是平时都在做华文音乐啊，跟 Jason 应该是做英文那边的。他 EQ 应该蛮厉害的，因为好像有人在捉弄他还是什么，他都可以很圆滑的把它化解掉，所以我觉得他这个人应该还蛮厉害的。
The one thing I would say is very important for any, not just singer, not just songwriter, just creative, is to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who inspire you.
The biggest part for me is realizing that choosing music in a country like Singapore is not an easy decision to make, but it's worthwhile, and because of that, I want to do it. It's worthwhile suffering for what you believe in. 凡是容易的东西就不值得去做了。No matter how many detours the caravan made, it constantly moved closer towards its final destination. So I think that 每一个人都会走不一样的道路，但终点都是一样的。
你也许会离开音乐一阵子，但是其实音乐不会离开你的，因为音乐就是你的灵魂嘛。你也许在某个阶段可能对音乐觉得很失望，因为在这个音乐界里面真的是有很多东西我们都不能够控制。你也许可能要休息一下子，但是你休息之后要回来做音乐，音乐还是会等着你的。